Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
Baruch Hashem, ready for Shabbos?
Oh,
You look
yes.
like you
Oh,
look like
yes.
you're ready.
Hi, Evan.
Hello, everybody.
Tomorrow, we should have it at 6:10.
Okay, 6:10 is fine.
All right.
Ernie,
I
on Tuesday with Surba, are we going to do the next volume?
No.
We're still finished volume 18.
Yeah, but there's only a little bit left.
Um, I'm supposed to get volume 19.
I don't have it there.
I
Okay,
don't have it yet, but I will get it hopefully in the next couple of days.
okay,
But I think we'll have enough to keep us occupied Tuesday to finish
okay.
Borer.
Good.
There's there's a there's another 15, 20 pages. I think we'll have enough just to finish.
Okay.
But if we get volume 19, we'll start volume 19. Now, um, I'm moving the Navi Shear to 7:30 instead of 8,
When?
Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to teach the Daf at 7 and the Navi at 7:30.
Okay, let me write it down.
Yeah, because my daughter's having a going away party in the valley at 8:30. So we have to
Oh,
do it.
they're finally going away already?
Well, they're making Aliyah.
I know, but when? I thought it
This
was.
week. This week. The two daughters are making they're on the
Ah,
Nefesh B'Nefesh flight. I think it's Thursday.
so you have all the kids there then?
I have all the kids here, yeah.
No, no. You will have them all there?
They'll all be living there, yes.
Huh.
All five children and all the many grandchildren, thank God. Amazing. And we'll be following soon.
I am sure.
We'll be following soon.
Hmm.
Okay.
Walter.
Hello.
We're on Nun Aleph 51.
Nice haircut, Ernie.
What was that?
Nice haircut.
Yeah, I needed it. Needed it badly. I haven't had long hair like that in a long time. Okay. Bishma Avid Shomeme or Glaim. If you poured, we talked about pouring a pitcher of urine over the idol. Well, it's considered Ika Zrika Mishtaberes. It's a Zrika that goes drop by drop, so it fulfills the criterion, and therefore it's considered worshiping it. Elatzoa my Zrika Mishtaberesika. Zoa is a solid thing, it's not Mishtaberes. So Bitzoa Lacha, we're talking about it's a loose, and therefore it's like any kind of liquid. Lema Kitanoi. Let us say that the following is Machlekes Tanoi. Shachat lo chagav. You shechted a grasshopper in front of an idol. Rabbi Yehuda Machayev, because it's like shchita to Avodah Zara. The Chachamim poitrim. The Chachamim say no. By the way, Walter and Harold, we said we're going to learn tomorrow at 6:10.
610 in shul.
6:10 in the shul, yeah.
Very good.
You
Thanks.
can do it inside because Rabbi.
Nice ad in the Jewish home. That's a
Oh,
nice,
yeah. It came out good.
yeah, it's very good. I'm getting a lot of people in the valley are called. They want to come in.
Really? That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We've heard good response so far. Okay, my love vakamifli. The Mar Sover I'm reading Kein Zvicha. Shechting a grasshopper is like shechting in the like breaking a stick, like we said, it's an act of shchita. Umar Sover lo amrinan. Kein Zvicha elakain pnim. We don't want it to be like shchita, we want it to be like something that's done in the base of Mikdash. The base of Mikdash, we don't offer chagovim. The Gemara says, "Lo, that's not the machlokes. Kulam aloy amrinan kein zvicha elakain pnim." We all hold. Everybody holds kein pnim. It has to be like the base of Mikdash. So why did Rav Yehuda Machayev if it's not like the base of Mikdash? Shiny chagav hoil v'tzavaro doimer l'tzavar behema. The neck of a grasshopper is, I guess, similar to the neck of an animal. Let's say this normal practice, worshiping this Avodah Zara, is using a stick. Shover makel b'faneh chayiv. So if you break the stick, that's your chayiv. And v'neseres, the stick and the broken pieces are usher as a takruvis of a zor. Zorak makal ufaneh, if you threw the stick, and that's the way it was worshipped chayiv. But eina neseres. But it does not become usher. Now, why not? How come when you break it, you're chayiv? It's similar to shechting in the Beis Hamikdash. Zorak nami havileke ein zrika. When you throw the stick, it's the same thing. It's like zrika in the Beis Hamikdash. So, Amarle be'inan zrika mishtaberes. You need the zrika that's like drop by drop. And a stick is not like that. Vilek. Elameyato avne beis markul. Avne beis markul is b'meye asru. When they throw stones at the markulas, it's also not a zrika mishtaberes. Amarle avlididi kashuli. This problem was hard for me. Vishalti l'Rabbi Baravua. We asked Rabbi Baravua. Rabbi Baravua shal l'chia barav. He asked Chia barav l'Rav. V'amar le'nasa k'migdal Avodah Zara. It's not a takruvis Avodah Zara. It's like you're being moisif to the Avodah Zara itself. The stone becomes part of the markulas. Hanich l'mandem Avodah Zara shel goy asur miyad. That's good according to the opinion that an Avodah Zara of a goy becomes prohibited right away. Elamandom ad shete'aved. According to Mandam, it says it doesn't become prohibited until it's actually worshipped. Tishtari. So the stone should be mutter. The haloi palcha hasn't been worshipped yet. Armelei kolachas v'achas nasis Avodah Zara. Each and every stone that you throw are added to the Avodah. They become both takruvis lechaverto. They become the Avodah Zara and they become an offering to the other stone that's there. Fine, the last stone, because nobody will have been makriv to it, should be mutter. Amarlei, fine. If you know which one's the last stone, you can go take it. But Rav Ashi Omar, no. Even the last stone is asur. Kolachas v'yachas, nasis takruvis liatzma, bit takruvis lechaverta. It sort of becomes an offering to itself and to its neighbor. It's not. Matzah b'roishu ksusu moso kelim. You find on top of an idol clothing or money or a kli. Harei elu mutarim. Somebody put it down to remind himself that it was there, but not to service the Avodah Zara. But parchile anovim, bunches of grapes, atores shibolim, or a rack of wheat, or yeno shmanim v'saltos, or wines, oils, flowers, kol davar shekiyotzi v'korv gabi mizbeach. Other things that are offered on the mizbeach, asur. So bishma yeno shmanim v'saltos. I understand wine, oil, flour, these things are involved in a mincha, so they're like the Beis Hamikdash. And ikikein zrika mishtaberes, it can be thrown drop by drop. Elaprachile anovim v'ator shel shibolim, they're solids, lokein pnimika. They're not. We don't bring stalks of wheat and bunches of grapes. And lokein zrika mishtaberes, and they're solid. They're not liquid. These things were gathered l'shem the Avodah Zara. Gathering them, that's like shechita. Somebody who shechts a behemoth that has a mum to the Avodah Zara is not chayiv. Shenemar zoveach if you shech to a Avodah Zara, you're going to be put into cherem. Lo asrator elke pnim. If you offer something that's not offered in the Beis Hamikdash, you're not chayiv. And we don't offer a behemoth that's a balas mum. So Havi bar Rava. Rava evaluated this brisa. B'mai. What are we talking about? Ilema amum bedukin shaba'ayin, like some kind of mild cataract or some kind of mum in the eye. Hashal b'nei Noach chazya. A ben Noach can offer such a thing. Ligavo b'bama didu, by their eye, by their bamas. And if they want to offer even a korban to Hashem, they can. So Avodah Zara boy. So certainly I would know that you'd not be chayv if you offered it to Avodah Zara. Ella mechusra aver. We're not talking about a balmum. We're missing a limb. Rabbi Lazar, Dam Rabbi Lazar. Minayla mechusra aver shu aser livnei Noach. Even a ben Noach cannot offer that. Shenemar umikol achai mikol basar shnai mikol. Noach was told to take from all living animals 2 by 2. And eventually Noach offered korbanos from these. V'amra Torah, havei behemoth shechayin roshei avoyin shohem. Bring an animal where its limbs are still alive. So, hi, mikol achai meboile, we need it for something else. L'me'ute treifa. That Noach was warned not to bring a treifa animal. The more says we learn that from a different milachayos zera nafka. Hani chamandam treifa sene yoledes. Because Noach needed to bring animals that could carry on the species. So to exclude a treifa, it's because that's according to Mandoma that a treifa cannot be moiled. El Mandoma treifa yoled is Michael Maimar. So if a treifa can give birth, normally a treifa is defined as an animal that can't live for 12 months. So there's a debate among the Chazal whether a treifa has the ability of giving children or not. But what do we mean by if a treifa can be moiled? Amr Kra, lachayos itach b'doimin lach. Just like you, Noach, are not a treifa, that which you bring cannot be a treifa. Freit to Gemara v'dilma Noach gufei treifa. Maybe he was a treifa. No, because it says tamim ksiv bei. I dilma tamim bidrachav means he was pure in his actions. It says tzadik kasuv bei, so we already have that. So maybe tamim bidrachav et tzadik b'maisot. Lo matasamas. That Noach is gufei treifa. It doesn't make any sense to say that Noach is a treif. So he was told by Hashem, only bring treifas like you, but not good animals. That doesn't make any sense. Hashla de nafka from itcha, that's how we memai treifa. Then what do we need lachayozer lamali? So itcha, because if it only said bring with you avamina litzavsabat, maybe just to keep company. Afilu zaken afilu source, even an old animal or a castrate. Kamash that we needed lachayozer to be moile, to continue the species. The normal the normal avoda to Merkulis was to throw a stone at it. However, if we're going to see certain avodos are general, if you shecht an animal to any Avodah Zara, that's going to be a chiyuv, no matter what its normal derech is. Shenamar v'lo yizbechu od zivcheim lasi'irim. Im eino inyan l'chedarka. If it's not needed for teaching me that if shechting to an idol, that's the normal process of worshiping that Avodah Zara, that you get. If we don't need it for kedarka, the chsiv already learned that. Echai yavdu hagoyim ha'eles Elohem v'esekem gam gamani. So it's now in l'shecholo kedarka that if you shecht, and even though that's not the normal way of worshiping that Avodah Zara, you're going to get a chiyuv for that. We can't use the lois b'chu odas ivchayim to teach me that halacha. I'm a boy l'chadetanya. There's a law that you're not allowed to shech kodshim outside of the Mishkan. Ad kan hu medaber b'kodshim shigdishim b'shas Yisra bomas. We've been talking about kodshim, that the person sanctified at a time when you were not allowed to bring a korban during the on a bama. Vihikrivon b'shas israbonis, and you offered this outside of the Beis Hamikdash when it was forbidden to use a bama. Sharion shenomer shenemer vel pesach lomed lo teviu v'nichratz ha'yishu mikir bamo oyne shamanu azor minachim. Where's the log? Talmud Lomer, he shomer lecha pen taleh olisecha b'chol makom asher tira. Kiravavin amar lo. Kiravavin amar lo. Kol makom shenemer yishamer pen al eino ela below sas. It creates a law. It doesn't have to say lo. Don't do that. Yishamer also creates a law. Now mikan ve'elech. Later on, the psukim continue. Medaber bekochim shigdishim b'shas heterabonus. You were magdish the animal at the time when it was allowed to bring to a bama. V'hikrivim b'shas israbos. For example, 14 years that the Jewish people were encamped in Gilgal, they were allowed to offer on a bama. Then they erected the Mishkan in Shiloh. Then you couldn't do it anymore. So if you were makriv, if you were magdish during the time when it was allowed, and then you were magdish it when it's not allowed, you have to bring it to the Mishkan. That's shitar l'cha kvar. This was something that was permitted before, and now it's prohibited. Why does it say apnei asod? Whoever offers a korban on a bama when it's prohibited, it's as if you worshipped Avodah Zara. There's a positive mitzvah to bring a korban and offer it in the Mishkan. Mitzvahs lo sasei that if you offered it outside the Mishkan, where's the law? Talmud Omer, v'lo yizbechu od zivcheim. So you can't use that pasuk for what you wanted to use it. Yachli yeyonosh karis Talmud Omer chuka sulam tiezos lachem zos lahem v'lo acheres lam. They have an asay and a lo tasay, but not onosh karis, which is like a case somebody was magdish his korban when it was asra abomis. But v'lo yizbechu od zivcheim is used for something else, and not to teach me the law that you're not allowed to shecht to an Avodah Zara, even if it's not kedarka. Amarava. From lo yizbechu od, we kari bay v'lo yizbechu v'kari le v'lo od. So it's teaching me that you can't offer a korban outside of the Mishkan when it's osir, and when you're shechting to Avodah Zara, even if it's not kederach avodosa, you're going to get a chiyuv for that. Mishnah. Matzah barosho ma'us. You found at the head of the Merkulis, you found money or ksus or garments or kelim or elim, you can use these things. Parchili anavim. You find bunches and branches of grapes, or ator shel shibolim, or shafts of wheat, or yena shemanim v'satos, chodavar shekiyotz b'korban gabim mizbeach. Anything that otherwise is offered in the Beis Hamikdash is also. Menan Emili, how do we know all this? Amrav Chia Barav, Yosef Amrav Yeshia, Kosov Echad Amrav Atiru es shikutzehem, v'eskilu lehem, eitz va'even kesef ezov asher mahem. Because of Echad Amrav lo sachmod kesef ezov alehem. Hot cake. So it says in one place asher mohem, another place it says asher alehem. And it says eitz va'even as well. And the other one only says Kesef Ezov, to teach me. Imohem, that is what you find on the side of Avodah Zara. Dumya Daleim. Maleim Davar Shel Noi, it's a beautification thing, like Kesef Ezov, Aser. She'ena Shel Noi. Stones and wood, it's not for beautification, mutter. So Imohem, even things that are found with the idol, it's also only Dover Shel Noi, also V'Shein Shel Noi Mutter. For anything more Ve'emo, we could say the opposite. Aleihem, Dumi Le'imohem. Ma Imohem, What's with them? Komash imohem, even wood and stone. Afaleim kol shaleim. Im came lo yoimar aleim. Let the Torah be silent by aleim. Because if what's next to them is prohibited, certainly kavachomer is one on top of them. So really, we see only something that is beautified will be usher. I mos davar shel noyu. Money is beautifies. Armid Rav Yanai bikis kosher. It was on a purse. The money was in a purse, hanging on the neck of the idol. So it wasn't done to decorate it. And ksus is also a nice thing. Davar shel noyu. Armid Rav Yanai biksus mekupelus u'menachs la rosh. It's like somebody folded a blanket and put it on his head. It's not like they decorated the idol with a beautiful garment. Kli is also davar shel noyu. On Rav Papa, the schifule mashkil taresha. They took a pot and they turned it upside down, put it on his head. All these things were not a davar shel noyu. They would not be usher. Aravasi barachia koshu lifnim min akakolim. The idol had like an inner wall around it. So anything that you find within the inner wall, afilu maimu melach usher, even if it was water and salt, would be prohibited. Because we're sure that these things were offered to the Avodah Zara. Chutz l'kakolin, anything you find outside of that fence, davar shel noy, usher. If it's a beautification thing, it's prohibited. She'en shel noy mutter. Am Rav Yosef bar Chanina, taktinon, en kakolin lo pa'or v'lo lo markulas. The idols pa'or and markulas had no sort of walls around it. Lamai. Ilem edafilu lifnim. Kichutz tami, that means even things found inside will be treated like outside, which is permitted, shari. Hashta po'arim aparim kame. If you go to the bathroom in front of it, maimu melech lo mekarvin le, you would offer water and salt. Ella chutz kibibnim dami. It's a chumrah. Even things outside of a gate around po'or and markulis is usher anything, even if it's not davar shel noy. Avodah Zara shahayelo gino merchas. An idol had a garden or a bathhouse. Nenin man shelo b'tova. You can benefit from it, but you have to pay. But you can't pay fee to the Avodah Zara. Nenin man shelo b'tova. Ve'ein nenin b'tova. Means you can't pay them. Hayo shalav v'shalacherim. If it was owned b'shutafut, nenin man ben b'tov ben shelo b'tov, then you can even pay them something. Now, Avodah Zara shel goy, an idol of a goy, asur miyad. Once he made it, you don't have to bow down to it. However, shel Yisrael en asura ad sheteofe. If an idol makes an Avodah Zara, it's not asur until it's actually worshipped. Amar Abaya. That which we said you can't benefit from the garden of the merchats, betova's kumrim, that you pay the priests. And shelo betova means shelo betova's kumrim, you don't pay them. Lafuki tovas ovdeha. For example, the people who worship it, who are not priests. The shori, from them you would be able to benefit. However, iki demasla seifa. If the bathhouse and the idol was owned in partnership, you could benefit, you could pay for it. Amar Abai betova, betovas acherim, other people. Shelo betovas kumrim, means you shouldn't pay the priests. The one who learns on the sefer, it certainly would apply to the reisha as well, when it's all owned by the Avodah Zara. Uman demasya reisha, it's dafka. Aval hasefa kiven dikacherim ba'ado afilu betovas kumar nami shakar. You could pay even the priests. Avodah Zara shel nachri asur miyad. Doesn't have to be worshipped. It becomes asur right when the Avodah Zara is made. Masisamani Rabbi Kiva, the Tanya. Abei tabdunas kol kamosa shavdu sham agoyim. Bekelim shnishtamshu be'en Avodah Zara kosu v'daber. We're talking about kelim that were used to worship the Avodah Zara. Yachol asom, you made it v'lo gomer, you didn't finish it. Or gomer v'lo aviyum, you finished but you didn't bring it to the base of Avodah Zara. Aviyum v'lo nishtamshu ben. You brought it, but they haven't used it. Yachol yu asurim. Talmud lomar asher avdu shama goyim. The kelim have to be used in worship, and ein asurin ad sheyavdu. Mikan amru avodah zara shel nochri ein asur ad sheteyaveh. An idol erected by a goy is not prohibited until it's worshipped. V'shel Yisrael asur miyad. If a Jew makes it, it's also right away. Divrei Rabbi Yishmael. Akiva omer chilufat, just the opposite. Avodah Zara shel nochri asur miyad. The Avodah Zara doesn't have to be worshipped if it's made by a nochri. V'shel Yisrael ad sheteyaveh. A Jew's idol is not us until it's worshipped. So our mission is like Rabbi Kiva. Omer Mar. B'kelim shnimshtam shmal Avodah Zara kosim etavi. We're talking about kelim that are being used for the Avodah Zara. It says the place, not the kelim. You can't asur a place, like we already learned. If you bow down to a mountain, you can't asur the mountain. Because the chsiv Elohim ala harim, v'lo ha'arim Elohim. You can't turn something mechuber to the karka to a god. So it's in the kelim. The pasuk is used for kelim. Okay. So tomorrow, 6:10. Also, the Navi Shir is going to be at 7:30 Sunday night instead of 8.
Okay.
We'll do the daf at 7, and
Yeah.
then go right into the Navi Shir at 7:30.
Very good.
Okay.
Have a good Shabbos, everybody.
Shkoyach, Shabbat
Shabbos.
Shabbos.